What's up everyone, it's Rodder MMA speaking, bringing the best, most consistent and transparent betting strategy for you. In this video I'll be covering Dana White Contender Series Season 5, Week 6. And if you guys are familiar to my channel, you know the drills here. This is probably means something to you. And this is how I'm betting the card. This is more or less how my brain is working in a consolidated manner. If you don't know what I'm speaking about, there's an introductory video to the channel. I explain that in details, how you can use this. And what do I mean by most consistent and transparent betting strategy? I'm accumulating in this spreadsheet here all the results from the start of this channel from July. In a sum up was plus 315% profit in 9 events. Okay, this is all broken down by the confidence level, by being high, medium or low. Each bet I'm saying whether I'm confident, what's my confidence level. And in this chart you guys can see how well I did in July, not so well, pretty well in August, and a little bit behind on September. Here in terms of the high, medium and confident and low confidence bets. Okay, so just shout out some folks commenting my channel, giving positive energy for me to keep it up, that will get those loss covered. Most certainly we will. It's not a promise, but most likely, right? So appreciate that, guys. So let me break this down for you. This card, it's not much to break down, honestly, guys, because there's not much footage available, plus the odds are quite odd. You know, I don't like much of these odds in terms of a bet, because it would be way too much gambling, you know, even from a gambler's perspective. Okay, so let me start off with from the bottom up, maybe. Let me start with Henrique Shiguemoto versus Aliakshab Khirzriev. So Shiguemoto, guys, he's basically a striker, good Muay Thai, slightly heavy-handed, you know. I saw some knockouts, pretty good, you know, good accuracy. He's like a decent technical Muay Thai fighter. He puts some pressure on guys, but he's kind of steady pressure, not goes crazy. But he's still, you know, he's not the fastest guy, and he likes to enter a brawl, you know. Like, he tends to be technical, but once he gets hit, that Mike Tyson, how do you say that? The Mike Tyson phrase comes up to life, you know. Like, he gets hit, he enters a brawl. Now, here, he's more well-rounded, you know. Actually, one fight that I saw, I didn't like much about him. But then the other fight I saw, the guy really rose to the occasion, nicely well-rounded, tough, aggressive, you know. Throws heavy, doesn't carry that much power. Shiguemoto has more power, but Khirzriev throws more volume, you know. And he has the sambo wrestling background, good double leg, good single legs, good top control, float throw from top. So it's gonna be a tough one for Shiguemoto if Khirzriev can come to his best here, which I think he can. And it's a tough one. If you like Shiguemoto, you could check a prop bet on him, plus 500 on a TKO. Maybe it's something worth it, because if he wins, it should be by TKO, whereas Khirzriev can basically win anything, you know. I said he can most likely TKO because he goes more for ground and pound rather than submissions, but he can win basically anywhere, you know. And I'm not betting this fight, because Khirzriev is kind of a welterweight, not a middleweight. He's coming up a weight class. Shiguemoto has more power, so Shiguemoto has a puncher's chance, but I wouldn't bet on him on the lines the way they are. And I think to throw Khirzriev in a parlay, you know, I don't think that's adding much value, to be honest. Okay, so that's my take. But if you feel like you are confident on Khirzriev, then putting him on a parlay is not a bad one. So Leomana Martinez versus Drako Rodriguez. This is an interesting fight. Actually, I wanted to bet this fight, but unfortunately I have seen only one footage on Rodriguez. You know, I wanted to see more. Actually, I saw two footages on Rodriguez. One, he was kind of scrambling from the bottom and getting top position, showing good top control, good strong ground and pound. And I saw a boxing match. I'm talking about Rodriguez, the second one, okay? But I was not impressed with that boxing match. He was kind of slow, you know, chin up, kind of open to get hit. And Martinez, he's a very good, not a very good striker, but a good boxer, maybe, no, MMA kind of boxer. But he throws quite sharp combinations, quite accurate. And from the bottom, actually, I saw one video. Does pretty well, you know, very active, goes for submission. He's calm, you know, he's composed, and he has good wins on his career. So what I don't like much about him is not that athletic. So that, I don't know, it could play here in this fight. As Rodriguez, he looks more compact, stronger. So actually, I was tempted to bet Martinez in a parlay or something, but I don't know. I think it's since I haven't seen much, I think I'm gonna be more conservative here. I don't know if the best word there. Someone can correct me here if it doesn't make sense. But I'll be more like not gonna risk a lot here. Okay, so I'm picking Martinez, maybe by TKO, as Rodriguez has been killed before. But Rodriguez, actually, the lines are pretty tight. You know, that's interesting to me because. I don't know, maybe Rodriguez has that much potential that I don't want to bet against him, you know. Plus, he has a massive amateur record, and he's undefeated as an amateur, so he's probably a good fighter. I just couldn't catch that much, you know, so that's why I'm staying away from it. Sherrard, Blackledge versus Cameron Church. Again, one tough fight to bet, you know. Blackledge, he's more like athletic guy, you know, like... he uses better his kick, you know, kind of powerful right kick he has, you know, he likes to time when guys are coming in. He has good 1-2s, but it's nothing outstanding, to be honest, you know. Offensively, he's pretty basic, he charges in with 1-2s, you know. So, kind of difficult to see how he can win this fight. So, but he's quite complete, like I said. Also, defensively, he's not bad, he's not that easy to hit. So, also, he's under a great camp, you know. Church, he has more consistent style, more like, you know, this power punching style, very aggressive, intense, if he goes forward, controls the octagon. His right hand happy, but he has some power on the right hand. He times it well, you know. If Blackledge gonna, you know, charge forward, he can easily catch Blackledge in one of those overhands. That's why I was tempted to bet Church, but Church makes his mistakes, you know. The right hand is good, but when he goes forward, he kind of, you know, crashes the distance, opens up himself, hangs in the pockets, so he can also be caught. And I don't see much Blackledge with that much power to KO him. So like I said, it's so much back and forth. So I'm picking Church, but I'm not betting this fight. I would be interested to bet if some of these guys come at some plus range, you know, Church being a small favorite. But I would like a spread on this one. So that's why I'm not betting this fight. If you know more about Blackledge, if you think he can take it to the ground, if he's a good wrestler or something, I haven't seen that in footage, so that's why I'm not betting. But if you know more about Blackledge, since he's in a great camp and everything, you can take a stab on it. You know, to me it's nearly a pick and fight, and it can make him down to the best cardio guy here. To be honest, you know, if Blackledge can evade those overhands and come on top, he can easily win, you know. But I'm not putting my money in any of these guys in this range. Khadzhimurad Bestaev versus Hawes. Actually, this is the fight that I'm betting most, and actually with some caveat here, because I haven't seen Hawes latest couple of fights. Sorry about this. So, but you guys know Hawes. He's big, strong, athletic, you know. He starts fast, he's aggressive, you know, overall good game. But despite his physical skills, he's not that much of a great fighter. Don't get me wrong, I think well-rounded, he's pretty decent, but he kind of tends to fade if he can put his opponent out. And Bestaev, he may be the black horse here, because he's also under a great camp himself, you know. In AKA, he's super tall, 6'6" as a middleweight. He doesn't look that thin, you know, so he looks quite strong, to be honest. And I don't know, I'm willing to see how he's gonna perform against Hawes, you know, especially if he can survive the first round. And he's a great BJJ player that's super long legs, you know, like I said, he's strong enough to catch guys on submissions, like you know, on guillotines, he can take the back, he can go for ankle locks, he does a pretty good job there. So I'm picking Hawes just because I think he can, you know, blitz forward, but the bet here is definitely on Bestaev. I like the lines. I would be betting him on plus 230, but actually he's around plus 350. So I do think this bet is worse, but like I said, I haven't watched the latest couple of fights on Hawes. So take what I'm saying here with a grain of salt, but I do think that this is the best fight to bet on Bestaev, okay? And the last one, I haven't seen any footage on Nchukwi. He beat, I forgot the first name, but the guy, this night, the guy that won the last Dana White Contender Series, he won against that guy, so he's probably very strong, very physical. And Matavao, he's opposite. He's not weak, but he's quite short, 5'8", short limbs, you know. He's got decent power. He's got good boxing technique, to be honest. He has good veteran moves, good underhooks. So I see him stopping maybe one takedown or another. But I honestly don't know if Nchukwi is a pressure type of fighter. I think he is, because those lines are very steep on Nchukwi. Plus he's got that night win. But I don't know. I'm willing to bet Matavao 1% of the money. You know, I think he has enough, you know, power to land clean and maybe hurt Nchukwi and then finish him later. Or even, I don't know, be savvy enough to stand back up quickly or have those underhooks. I don't know. I feel that it's too steep on Nchukwi. The guy has only 3 fights. Matavao, decent boxing, not bad power. And more like veteran moves. I'm feeling like 1% is enough. It's a good one. I wouldn't parlay Nchukwi unless you have seen enough footage on him. You know, if you know if he's a type pressure fighter with good wrestling, then go for Nchukwi, because Matavao has 0 ground game from what I've seen. But rather than that, I would say if you're betting this, go to Matavao. And if you don't agree with me, just skip this fight, okay? But the only fight basically I think it's worth betting is Khadzhimurad Bestaev, okay? I'm throwing 3% of my money, and I think he has a real chance, you know, so I think it's a big line, and it's worth it, okay? So guys, stay tuned for the rest of the week. This week we're having Bellator also. I'm doing a Bellator video, most likely, by the end of the week, and there is UFC in the weekend, so stay tuned. Hopefully we'll get back, have those losses covered, and please like, subscribe, share with your friends, and consider supporting the channel in the future, okay? Until then, this is Rodder MMABet speaking, bringing the best, most consistent and transparent betting strategy for you.